the NCAA men's basketball tournament, won it. In 2004, the Detroit Pistons won the NBA Finals, and the 1969 New York Mets won the World Series. In 2007, the Dallas Mavericks, 2011, Dallas Mavericks won the NBA Finals. So why I'm saying that is like those were the underdogs right there. Okay.
0, 1. Let's get started.
Before we get started, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys ever feel like you guys just aren't good enough? You ever feel like you're not as good as the other team? Well, this video right here may cheer you guys up. Today we are going to talk about teams that are underdogs that won it for the glory. You know, there is plenty of movies, there is plenty of sports teams that did it, that won it. You know, it's all about your work ethic. It's all about how you put your mindset. Okay, me personally, in gym class, I was never the most, athletic. I was never the most tallest person. I was never the tallest person. Most tallest person does okay, whatever. Besides the point, I just messed that up. Okay, I was never the tallest person. I was never the strongest person, stuff like that. But at least in gym class though, I still did try in the sport. You know, I still did try to participate. I didn't give up. Same thing with a podcast. You know, I look at my first episode compared to say this episode, like it's very different. I'm more comfortable in front of the camera too, especially too when I used to vlog and stuff like that. Okay, my vlogs used to be a little iffy. I didn't know what I was doing and stuff like that. It's kind of crazy. When I first started vlogging, it was like I recorded basically a minute per video, basically like these like little skits. Like I still remember my first episode. Um, and then I look at the final vlog, and it's different. You know what I mean? Like I felt more comfortable. The videos are longer. I knew what I was doing. Yada yada yada. It's all about how you start from the bottom. You know what I mean? Like people like Michael Jordan, didn't he used to go into practice early. He used to be the last one to leave practice. Okay? Now look at him, that his big old name, Michael Jordan's everywhere, bro. Everybody knows who he is. If you don't, then you might have lived under a rock. I think people that don't even watch basketball know who Michael Jordan is. Um, but yeah, there, all kinds of sports people do that. You know, like the pitcher might go in early and throw in some quick pitches. You know, you want to be the best basketball player, you go in to shoot a bunch of free throws before practice. Um, you want to be the best track star, then you know what? Even on the weekend, start going for jogs and stuff like that. Start running. Like you got to prepare yourself to be the best. And again, a lot of people mistaken players compared to the team. Okay, like yeah, you might be a really good player, but yeah, your team might stink. But guess what? Try to help your teammates out. Don't forget about that part. All right, but today we are gonna talk about the underdogs. You know what I mean? Like you know, everybody wants to root for the winning team. Everybody wants a team to win, and most of the time, people always gonna go for a team that constantly wins. Just like Tom Brady when he went to the Super Bowl a bunch of times, 7 times probably, I think it was. Went to the Super Bowl a bunch of times or whatever. People expect the Patriots to win the Super Bowl, so people rooted for the Patriots. Um, Nobody wants their team to lose. So a lot of times, I mean, there is people out there that do root for the underdogs that hope for the best. I remember there was one Super Bowl that the Bengals played. I think they played against the LA Rams, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm wrong on that. I don't recall that. Take that part out. I'm just gonna keep it in. All right. But whoever they played against, the Bengals played against in that Super Bowl. The Bengals were an underdog team in that Super Bowl. I remember because I believe the quarterback at the time was a freshman, or no, okay, somebody was a rookie. I don't think it was the quarterback, but somebody in that Super Bowl was a rookie, and it was like their only their first year of football. It was crazy. They were maybe I should have done more of my research on that one. Sorry guys, but let's just say a lot of times too that in any championship, there is always an underdog. There's always a team that has more losses than the other team. Um, today we are gonna talk about, like I said, teams that are underdogs or just underdogs in general. An underdog is a team that is least expected to win. Everybody thinks the other team is gonna win. So first movie, we're first gonna talk about the movies, of course, because you know me, I like movies and TV shows. Today we're gonna talk about the Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks is honestly one of my favorite hockey movies. Honestly, one of my favorite sports movies, dude. I like watching this movie. Okay, this guy, he was he I think he was really good at hockey if I'm not mistaken. I believe I sorry guys, it's been quite a while since I've seen the movie. All I know is that he was punished for something and then he had to like train these kids. And these kids didn't know how to play ice hockey, okay? They come from playing street hockey. They were misfits, they were misunderstood kids and stuff like that. And this coach turned these kids into good hockey players, okay? And they won it. They won in the end of the movie. Spoiler alert. But there's many other movies. There's three of them. There's a TV show also. There's a cartoon also, but the cartoon is very different from the actual movie. But yeah, the TV show was actually pretty good in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, they're always the underdog team. The least expected to win. And guess what? They put their mind to it. They worked hard and they won. Another movie that we're going to talk about. To me, I guess you would not count as an underdog movie, but I'm going to. Is called The Sandlot. Cause this is why I'm considering it a underdog movie. Cause you also have to think that these kids, they just hit the ball all day. You know what I mean? Like they just be playing in the Sandlot, okay, playing in their neighborhood and stuff like that. They go against these kids, these random kids in this movie to play some ball, okay? And these kids are into like little league and stuff like that. So they know how to play actual ball. They got the fancy equipment. They got the gear on. They actually go to practice where they have a coach and stuff like that. And guess what? These neighbor kids, bro, beat them, beat the snot out of them, knocked them out of the park. Okay, I stop. But that's the majority of it. What I'm saying is that in this movie, these kids are misunderstood and everyone takes them as a joke. But when they play ball, they know how to play ball. Another underdog movie is Dodgeball, a true underdog story. I don't know if it's actually based on a true story. I don't think so. But this guy, okay, like he has his own business, right? His gym. This gym is not so good. It's a crappy gym. Not many how do I muscle people that actually like work out there. And then there's this like corporation mega gym that wants to buy out his business. And this guy named Joe, I think his name was. He's like, dude, like this is my gym. Like I own this thing. So he had to like sign up for a dodgeball competition. And like I said, why it's an underdog story is because he takes these people from his gym, right? And these people, again, they're not the most athletic people. They're not the strongest people. They're not people that you want on your team. Spoiler alert, they won it. They won the championship. They beat this team that had these people with muscles and these jocks basically. And they beat them. Fair and square. And I believe the other team even tried to cheat at one point. But yeah, besides the point. Again, they were the underdog and they won it. Another movie I haven't seen in a while, but Rudy. Rudy is actually a really good movie, if I remember. Basically, this dude he tried out for Notre Dame like thousands of times, never made it on the football team. I, like I said, it's been such a long time since I've seen it, but all I know is that he turned out to be a really good player. Yeah. Another movie I'm gonna talk about is Rocky. Rocky, dude, there's so many of them. Okay, the movie did so good that they even made a movie called Creed on it. Okay, a lot of what people don't understand about the Rocky movies is that Rocky loses in some of them. Same thing with the Creed movies. That is where I will respect this kind of movie. The point of this kind of movie is to work hard, work for your goal and stuff like that. People didn't believe in Rocky, and look what he did. You know, he did. He won some, he lost some, but again, he proved himself. Okay, dude went against Mr. T. Okay, if anybody knows who Mr. T is, bro, like let's just say that dude is like huge, bro. I know it is a movie, but still, you know, Rocky size and Mr. T size, a little different, bro. Um, but yeah. So, but like I said, the point of the movie is how hard Rocky works. You know, he climbed up the stairs. He just constantly was training over and over and over. And he proved himself. Now we are gonna talk about sports teams. Okay, so in 2007, the New York Giants won the Super Bowl. In 1985, the Villanova Wildcats in the NCAA men's basketball tournament won it. In 2004, the Detroit Pistons won the NBA Finals, and the 1969 New York Mets won the World Series. In 2007, the Dallas Mavericks, 2011, Dallas Mavericks won the NBA Finals. So why I'm saying that is like those were the underdogs right there. Okay? Like I'm sure a lot of people weren't expecting those teams to win it, but they won it. And again, they put their mind to something. Now we are going to look at where those teams are today. Starting with the New York Giants, you know, like I said, in 2007 they won the Super Bowl. In 2025 today they are 2 wins and 8 losses. Okay, so some things has changed over the years. I mean, 2007 was a very very long time ago compared to now. For the NCAA basketball, the Villanova won 11 games and lost 9 games last year. I mean, to me, that's not too bad. So, I mean, it's to me that's just decent. Detroit Pistons are, I mean, honestly, they're not doing bad this year. 8 wins and 2 losses. They're still doing decent. Um, New York Mets won 83 games and lost 79 games. I still can't believe how many games are in baseball, dude. That still blows my mind. Dallas Mavericks won 3 games and lost 7 games. All right, so some things has changed over the years. Okay, you're not forever gonna be the underdog. Okay, you're not forever gonna be an undefeated team. That's my point. All you gotta do is work hard. All you gotta do is put your mind to something that you want. Okay, that is the point of being an underdog. People don't expect you to be good at something, but you become great at something. And people may even look up to you. People may still deny you, but don't let that stuff get in your head. Trust me, I let stuff get in my head all the time. We are human. We overthink on stuff so much. We let people get in our minds. Playing mind games is one of the most controlling thing a person can do, and people do it. So, like I said, if you guys want to be a winner, work hard for it, okay? Put your mind to it. Pray about it. Don't forget that. One of the most important things to do. But I am your host, Real Talk with K.M.B. And I'll catch you guys later.